Welcome guys to UrGamingTechie's VR show, a show where we look at PC VR, PSVR, and mobile VR, so you guys don't have to waste your time and money. And today, we're looking at a game called Face Your Fears 2. Now this is obviously a direct sequel to Face Your Fears 1 that released on the Oculus Go. This is now a narrative structured story game that they actually did this one, with also the quick play experiences that we're used to from the first one that just recently got updated yesterday, that made some changes. And you guys are going to want to stick around for this one because I get a special guest on the show to play through this game, so I think you guys will enjoy this one. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech, going for a recce is the gaming tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie.
Alright guys, here we are with Face Your Fears 2 on the Oculus Quest. Now, I've been really looking forward to this game because I was a big fan of Face Your Fears, the original on the Oculus Go that came out. They did a fantastic job with this game, and I'm actually bringing you this review at a perfect time. Because at the time that I'm actually filming this, an update just dropped on this thing that finally gave what everyone was kind of complaining about when the game first came out. Basically, what they did in Face Your Fears 2 is there is now 2 story modes that you can play. They're both about an hour each. Shadows of the Past and The Investigation. This is more like a linear progression game. This one I've already completed and beaten. And then there's this one that's more open-ended from what I heard. I haven't run through that one yet. But what people complained about is the first one basically just gave you like 5 to 10 minute experiences that you can throw your friends into really quickly. And, you know, scare them based on like if they're afraid of spiders or heights or stuff like that. This game obviously took it to the approach of 2 stories. And when you beat the stories, which a lot of people don't even know, when you beat the stories, there's little sections within each story that then you can replay, which is basically the same thing as the first one, that let you, show it to your friends in an easy way, but you have to actually beat the story first. Well, today's update that dropped actually now lets you just quick play, and you can choose those, different experiences within these 2 stories right off the bat without having to play the story. So let me show you guys what I mean right now. So we're going to start off with the one that I did play. So you can see here and here, I already unlocked all of them here, but this is where you can basically play the story mode in here, and you would play the whole entire story. I've already completed this one, like I said. And as you used to complete them, these things used to unlock, which is these short experiences that everybody wanted. But like I said, you had to beat the story first. Now they're just here automatically. So I want to do Deadly Spiders for you guys, but I've already played the story, so I kind of know where the jump scares are and how Deadly Spiders is going to turn out to be. So I think it'd be more fun if I have someone else show you guys what this is going to be like, and that will make you guys, enjoy the actual a new person going through this experience and see how they react. So after a lot of convincing that I had to do, I'm gonna have my wife come on here. She's gonna actually play this Deadly Spiders Face Your Fears 5-minute experience to give you guys of what it's like. So she's gonna go ahead and pop onto the headset now.
Deadly spiders?
Is that spiders?
I have to escape? Oh my god, this is not gonna last long. Oh, hells no. You want me to go in that shed? This guy must be joking. People, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna last. My husband is crazy and thinks I'm gonna play these games. But, I guess I'm gonna go in here. Oh, these are on the wrong hands. Sorry, people.
Of course. No one's here. Well, maybe I can find something to get me into the house.
I can't do this. I can't. There's no way. People, I'm very claustrophobic. And my husband's putting me in a little shed.
Liz? Come on, guys. Knock it off.
Oh, I can't do this. 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 This is so... I can't do this. I can't do this. What am I supposed to do? Oh, this is so disgusting. Oh my god, someone tell me what to do. Am I supposed to, like, look for something?
Yes.
Oh!
Probably the house.
I can't! I feel someone just crawling over me. Guys, I tried, but I couldn't do it. I'm really scared of spiders, and there was a huge spider on top of my head, and I just couldn't. I tried. So I hope you all enjoyed me being scared and screaming like bloody murder. So the husband's gonna take over from the spot that I couldn't finish, and he'll show you how to finish the Face Your Fears. But yeah, I'm not gonna finish it because, as you saw, I was hiding in a corner with a huge spider on top of me. So, but enjoy.
Yeah, this would be like the worst experience ever. Here's a key.
Yeah, it's probably the house key.
And look at this big ass guy. Now you obviously can't get through here because he's in the way. So let's use some of these cans. So I can actually throw. Now we can get out the door. This guy just watching.
Yeah.
I got all tingly all over me because that guy basically got on top of me, and definitely freaks me out a little bit, even though I've done this before. Oh, forgot about this. It's been a while since I played this.
Gotta find something to pry this open.
You need a hammer to get out. This place feels like it's going. Oh, there's spiders everywhere.
What? There.
Oh.
That's what I need.
Look at this big guy.
No, 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 no.
Got him with the hammer. Jesus. So, that gives you guys an idea of what the experiences are like. So if you're afraid of spiders, that one will definitely freak you the hell out. Like I said, I got tingly with that spider coming on top of the screen there. And that would freak you the hell out if you're afraid of it. But, like I said, I've done all these, so I'm not surprised by any of it. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of what it was like. Let's actually exit this and actually go into the other story mode that I haven't. There are 4 that are obviously in the other story mode. I don't want to spoil any of this because, like I said, the story mode is kind of short. It's only about an hour long for each one. But this gives you an idea of what you can see. This one tells you to find the antenna. This one's telling you to explore a building possessing a mannequin. This one's about finding a locket in the tower. And this one is the Witch's Lair, which is probably the end of the story. That is survive and escape. Oh boy, he scared the shit out of me. Jesus Christ, I didn't expect that at all. Almost shit my pants right there, and we weren't even playing the goddamn game. Alright, so that is basically what these 2 experiences are like. You guys got a little bit of an idea of what the gameplay is like, what you're going to be doing in the game and what they're doing. But now I'll let you guys explore the scenarios for yourself. I gave you guys one scenario to get an idea. I'm going to play the rest of this game. Like I said, I played the first story mode. Now I want to play the investigation and go through that one and see what that one's like. And then we're going to get to the table and we're going to talk about this game and see if it's worth our time and our money. Let's go ahead and do that now. Alright guys, that was Face Your Fears 2 on the Oculus Quest. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. And my wife playing through, I don't know, 75 seconds of what that game was. I tried to get her to get to the end, but she wasn't having it. It was really, really hard to get her to even do that gameplay. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and talk about what the game is. So, obviously, Face Your Fears 1 came out on the Oculus Go, and it was a really big hit on there. And it's kind of like the experiences, like the one we just did, the spider and stuff like that. It's kind of like that, but on the Oculus Go with it being just a 3-dial controller, obviously you just kind of stood there and it was like a video around you and you were watching the things come at you. And this one, you're actually manipulating objects and feeling you're in a virtual world, and it makes it even scarier for the people who are scared of what this, what the fear that you're facing, like in this one, spiders. It brings it to that next level because not only now are you not just sitting there watching things happen to you, now you actually have to manipulate the world, and things can happen to you, and the game does clever things like when you open up a drawer or something and the spider comes on your virtual hand out of nowhere and things like that. So I think that's why it brings it up a notch. But on the flip side of things, the Oculus Go one was very easy to show to people because they didn't have to do anything, and they weren't moving and getting, any anything to worry about. They weren't moving in the world or anything. They just kind of sat there and watched the video, so it was easy to pass along to people who never even played a game before, and they just kind of sat there and watched it. So I think there's definitely a place for both. I think this one takes it up a notch in the presence and feeling like you're actually there. And for people who have never played anything like that, I think they're going to be scared even more with these experiences just because of that. But like I said, it is a little bit hard, a tiny bit harder. They're going to have to use some of the controls to pick up objects and stuff. But it shouldn't take them that long. But definitely, I think there's room for both. And I wish they would port the original Face Your Fears onto the Oculus Quest so we had both to show to people anytime we wanted, on the go. But Face Your Fears also, besides the mini experiences that we showed here, of course, like we talked about, has 2 full stories that you can go through where those experiences are kind of tied together in a narrative story. And the stories are actually really fun to play with. I played through both now, and the first one, like I said, is you going through, I think it's not the investigation one, the other one, I forget the exact name, but you're going through and you're figuring out what happened at a house and figuring out what may have gone wrong, and then eventually, because your sister's basically lost, went to the house, and it's a haunted house, and you're trying to figure out why she went there, what she's doing there, and you get there, and all these things happen, and then you have to try and escape. That's basically the premise of the first one, and things like that are you going around there and figuring that stuff out. And then the investigation one is more of you going in because you're an investigator, and you're trying to, and the house has been claimed to be haunted, and you're going in there to figure out if the house is actually haunted, and then of course haunted things in the house actually happen to you. So those are the 2 different things that are happening within each one. And I think, like I said, they're an hour long each, and they're not bad. I like going through those, and it gives you something to play with. For the people who are like, not VR newcomers and stuff, this gives you a way to play all the experiences in a narrative structure. But the update that dropped today when I actually recorded this video was a perfect timing thing, because I think it's great that they gave people the option. So now you don't have to go through both stories to actually unlock the individual experiences that you obviously just want to throw your friends in, because you're not going to show your friends like an hour-long experience, but now they have these quick little things that you can play with like they did before, but now you don't have to play through the story. So it's good that they added that option in there, because I think that was definitely something that needed to be in there to be able to show your friends quick and easily, and if you want to replay those experiences. But having those stories now, I think was a good direction to go. Now you basically get the best of both worlds. You get to play through a story, and then you have the quick mini experiences. My only complaint about this game, besides what we talked about in the beginning versus the Oculus Go in this one, is that I think the Oculus Go probably did a better job, and this probably comes with the territory because it's trying to drive a story as well. The Oculus Go had better experiences in the sense that, like, if you were afraid of heights, you got this experience. If you were afraid of, being buried alive, here's another experience. If you were afraid of spiders, here's another experience. If you're afraid of crows, here's another experience. Things like that were very easy to say, hey, what are you scared of? And I'll put you in that experience. This one, besides the spider one that we just did, the other one that you guys saw through the titles is more like, hey, try to escape this house. There's a witch in here with you, and you have to try and escape the house. There's a creepy guy following you have to escape the house. And there's a tentacle thing in the water, and you have to escape from it. So it's still good, but it's not like very easy to ask somebody, hey, what are you most fearful of, like the first original one did, and we'll put you on that one, and that's it. This one, you just kind of read through the titles and see what they want to play with and see what they want to do. The spider one being the only one that's obviously, if you're afraid of spiders, obviously do that one. But the other ones are a little bit more different. And that comes with the territory because it's obviously a story. You couldn't tie a story together, if very easily at least, if you were trying to throw experiences like, being afraid of heights and then spiders and then crows and then this. So obviously they did it this way because it made more sense to have a narrative story and also give you the similar vibe of having quick experiences like the first one. So all in all, I think this game's definitely worth the $20, especially if you were a fan of the first one. Just know going in that what the differences are. But I still had a lot of fun with it. It really makes you feel more immersed into the world and more interactive and stuff than the first one did. But I think there's definitely a place for both in here. And I hope they bring Face Your Fears 1 onto the Oculus Quest, because right now I'm holding on to my Go, and that's one of the main reasons why the Go's not leaving this house. And Face Your Fears 1 is definitely one of them. And I hope that they bring it over to the Quest so I have it on both. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my wife playing through that and then me playing through the rest of it so you guys got a feel for it. Hope you guys enjoyed that part of it. And I hope to have her featured in some more horror games that are coming up in the channel of games being released. So look forward to those. We'll see if we can get her to do a little bit longer next time. But I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen here today, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.
GamingTechie is the gaming tech. GamingTechie, gaming tech. Eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. GamingTechie is the gaming tech. GamingTechie.